So hi guy, and then welcome to my tutorial. This to support other people struggling to also get on track and then complete their MCQ and also get the understanding. The understanding is most important for me because passing exam and then applying the knowledge and skill. They are in two different lanes, even though they are related. Also, I have the MCQ answers embedded in the tutorial, but you have to watch it, follow the procedure until you go and submit the answers to the MCQ. Follow the tutorial, follow your work, follow the instruction of the ALX given, and then watch the tutorial I'm going to give you. In the middle of it, you will find the MCQ answers. I've embedded it there, but you have to learn to go and then uncover those MCQ. You are not helping yourself if you answer only the questions and then refuse to do the actual practical work. So do yourself that service. So if you do yourself this service, it's on to you. So you create when you come to your Google Sheet, you log into your Google account, you go to your drive, and then you click new. Then you select Google Sheet. It will open an empty Google spreadsheet for you. Then you can name it however you want it. So I will name this one as ALX data ALX data so ALX data support tutorial. Okay, so after this I'm coming to import the data. So you click on file, then you come and select import. Then it will give you these options. So you decide where you save your original raw data file. So I've saved my own in the local computer, so I have to come to upload. But if you have saved it in your OneDrive or your Google Drive, you have to come here and then get it. So I've saved it in my local computer, so I'll come here and click browse. Then it will take me, because I've already opened it before, so it's taking me directly to that page. Then you click it and select it and click open. So when you click open, it will give you options. Estimated to give you the file name is in CSV. Import location. So where do you want the thing to be imported to? I normally select replace currency. So they see that will be replaced by the data count. So select that one. Then you check convert text to numbers, dates, and then formula. So then you come here, select the separator type, which is comma separator. Then you hit import. So your data is here. Then when your data is here, now you go back to your ALX instruction guide, the instruction. You go back to that document and then start with the first instruction they gave you. The first instruction was to import, that's A. Then after the import, they ask you, considering that the dataset title include 2000 to 2020. How can we confirm that our dataset does not represent this time frame? So these are just questions to open your mind about what exactly you are coming to do. So becoming familiar with the data. to observe which years are represent for which country. We sort both by name and year. So to sort the data by name and year, you come to data. You first have to select all the data. Sorry, you have to select all the data sets up to where it has covered. So you select all up to the last place. Then you come to data. Then you see that the sort range is now active. So you click, you select the sort range, then you come and click on advanced range sorting options. Click on it. Then when you click on it, that's already giving column A. So you have to tell um, the 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 instruction, the spreadsheet instruction that your data has headers. So when you do that, it will remove your headers from the analysis. So we see name has now come here. So we are sorting by name and then country. And then we are sorting from a the instruction A, let's give sort by name. Yes, we sort this and this. Okay. Yes, but before that, um, before that, before that, let me freeze the the first row. So you come to more actions, then you come to freeze up row one, then you click on it. So that has been freezed. So when that has now been freezed, then you highlight all your data and then follow the other procedures that I was showing you. So you now come to data, come to range, click on advanced range, then check your data has header row, then A to Z. Then you add another sort column. You can add several of them. So that is now here. So after this, you hit your sort, and then the first instruction is done. Then if we were to sort only by name or year using right-click sorts A to Z, you wouldn't have to do that. They are just information. They are just additional information they are giving you. At first glance, it seemed like the data were not recorded for every year in each country. So after sorting them from the A to Z, you see that we have Afghanistan, Albania, Algeria, American what, Andorra, Anguilla, or whatever. So you see that it has come to two. So after that, you move to your next slide, which is slide 8. Then they are now asking you calculate the average difference in years for data entries per country. So in the data sheet, create a new column, call it Y underscore diff. So that's year difference. So you come here and create your Y underscore DIFF, which is different years. So from the first few, there are some other instructions, but we are going to use the if function. We are going to use the if function so that if the first encounter is equal to the second encounter, like the way the country names are arranged here. You see this and this matches, this and this matches. So when this and this matches, then we will tell the if statement to return the if statement to return the difference. Yes. We to return this difference between the second number, this one, the second country, and then the first country. So and you know that we sort the years and then the name from A to Z, meaning from in ascending order from the smallest to the bigger. And so So our formula here will be equals to if so hit tab, then you insert your logical statement. So that will be a so a2. So that's if a2 is equals to a3, comma what do you want it to do? So return the value that you want it to return. So if that is equals to that, so return a3 minus a2. So the value if true, then the value if false can fit. Sorry, there was a problem with it. So the value, so the ALX has given a syntax on that. So let me check the syntax. Okay, so if this is equals to this, so this minus this, and so if this is equals to this, return this minus this, otherwise return empty space. So you enter. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Too much pressure has caused it. So there is a problem with the formula here. So note is column B that we are doing the subtraction, not column A. So that is the mistake I made here. So you change the B, you change the B to A to B. So that will be B3. That's the year part. Is the year that we are now subtracting. So that will be the year part. So you see, if you don't follow the instruction, you will get confused. That's what I was doing. I wanted to ignore the ALX lesson and just go through with my lesson, even though I've done it, but I'm making mistakes. So you have to read the instruction word for word. So B2, then you enter. You see that it's showing signs here that you will get answers. So you drag it down up to the end and leave it. And then this has been done. So come to my slide 8. So and this use an if node the comparison operator for structurally equal in this is a single sign this rather than double. As we use in C code, we can also use this function to what can we expect to happen to our year difference if we incorrectly assume that the text will be exactly the same per country? So so those are additional questions to brainstorm about. So this the syntax. So becoming familiar with the data. So we come to point 3. Because we have set our if statement to return an empty string when the names are not the same, we can assume that if we find the y equals to 0, we have duplicate rows. So find and remove the erroneous duplicate. So you just come here, create. Okay, you create a filter. It can be for all the data. Don't worry. So when you create a filter, you come here and clear all of them and select zero. When you select zero, you see this one, Zimbabwe. So that's the duplicate value. So you see it occurring zero zero. So you highlight from the row header and then right click, then remove them, delete selected rows. Then after that, you come to your slicer and then select all of them and hit enter. So you data it back. So now, in the newly created summary sheet, calculate the average year difference across all countries, rounded to decimal places. Calculate the minimum and the maximum year difference in the same sheet. So let me add a new sheet, and then I will name it summary sheet. Summary sheet. Summary sheet. Then I'll rename this one to raw data. So in the summary sheet, what they asked me to find the average year difference. So I copy it here, copy it from my document and come and put it here. So paste it. Then I can open this one. I should use Control plus to increase the sense more. Okay, so I edit here. Then also and I'll also calculate the minimum and the maximum values. So min dot, then max dot. So so calculate the average year difference across all the countries. So you put equals to at average. You enter your inbuilt formula and function average. Select it. Then you come back to the data. Then go to your diff column and highlight from the top to the down. And then after that, remember to leave the answer in two decimal places. If not, it is one of the answer to the question. Okay. You see there is an error here. Yeah, it is showing an error here. So let's see the instruction ALX give for us to correct the error. So if there is an error, you just include this formula with the if error, statement, so that you can get the errors out. Or enter. So reapply your formula because you removed the first one. So you reapply your formula to the very end. Okay, so now when you reapply your formula, that's adjusted. So when you now come to your summary sheet, so you get a value around this. So check to see whether the cell reference is right. Okay. help you to reduce to decimal place. So you come to your minimum, so min. And this average is one of the answers to the MCQ question. So minimum. So you do the minimum too. So you go back and then select all of them up to the down, up to the down here. This is a long way, but for the time that one you are sure. So the minimum value, so I will drag it down and then edit it. So change the minimum to max, to max. Then change the 3 to 2. Change the 4 to 3. So if we go back to select the data, this is the reference you'll get, but I don't want to go back. That's what I'm doing. This is also a shortest way for you to prevent going back to seed from seed to seed to look for things and come back. So that is then you hit enter. So it is 5. Then I'll put this one in a border. So then in the newly created sheet, create a histogram of the year column. Note the minimum and maximum values on the horizontal axis. What can we say about the distribution of years in this data set? So particularly, you are going to do this for the year difference. You are going to do this for the year because if you use the years, you have an issue. You are going to use the year difference to create the histogram. Okay, so you either come here, insert chart, then your chart window will show, then you select the chart tab. It's a histogram one, so histogram is down here. So you select it. Then after you select it, you select your x-axis and then your series. So enter data range. So come here, select from the up to this place. Sorry. And click OK. Then you see something like this. So this is your first histogram you will get from the instruction. So and that's how you insert it. So after that, you go back to your slides, instruction slides, the project slides, and then move to your page 12. So page 12 is investigating annual rates of change, ARC. So you come here, come to your data. So you read the instruction there. They have given a formula that is ARCX equals to PX, P base X base Y2 minus PX base Y1 over Y2, Y base 2 minus Y base 1. So where ARC is the annual rate of change for the indicator X. So P, X, Y, and then those are blah, blah, blah. There are other things. So you read through them and then try to figure out how to use them. So now, but it's now giving instructions. So where X represent the different areas. So in the Google Sheet, we need to do a row calculation between 2 years for the same country to calculate the ARC based on our column names and our ARC equation. Okay. So So create three new rows. So your three new rows, you create them. One will be ALC, and that is the national. So paste then ALCR, that's rural, and then ALCU, that's urban. So after that, calculate the average for each of the new features. So these features that we have kept here. So two country names are the same as with calculating this. We only want to calculate the RSC between 2 years when it is the same country. In other words, we will only calculate RSC if the country name is the same for the 2 years. So, considering that we have the same condition on year and then the name for ARC has wide difference, what will the flow chart and see those? So these are just questions they are asking. So, meaning we want to calculate this ARC between the year, the between the years in each country, and then we apply it to the others. So the logic that we use for the year difference, the same logic we use for this one. But divisions and then other things will have to come in. So yes. Okay, so if this. Okay, so I'll take this formula. Okay, so so this how this how our formula will be. First, sorry. So we use the if function the same way. So if, so now we want to calculate if A3 is equals to A2, comma, the ARC, so we now enter the ARC formula. So which is going to be, we come to the we check the difference, the national difference between so that's this place, these two figures. So that's what we are going to use to calculate these two figures, and then this and this. That's what we are going to use to calculate the ARC average. I think it's already showing even something, but I don't think that's the answer. So B. So after that, we have, so that's the column E. So we have E3 minus E2 will be divided by B3 minus B2. That is the then comma. So what value do we need to return if this condition does not hold? Maybe we put empty. Let's see how we'll get. Sorry, something is wrong. Remember to put the ratio aspect. Remember to put it in brackets. Remember to put it in brackets. Oh, sorry, I've entered 12. See, if you mistakenly enter a formula, you get issues. You get issue E3 minus E2 all over B3 minus B2. Okay, bracket. Okay, so value if true. This. Okay. Yeah. So remember to put each of the denominator and then numerator in your ratio. Listen, remember to put them all, everyone in its own bracket. Then close, close, close it and see. Okay. Now it has given a value, so you hold it and drag it down to the end. Then it will provide the answers. But you realize that that's giving an error value here. So it's giving error value because there was a null somewhere. If you go back and check, you see null. This is null here. So that's what is causing the error value. If you go back, and that will be the cause why we are having this error value here. So you go back to the very top. Then to correct this error value, you include this formula with the if error function. So you just come to your left right of the formula after the equals, and then you type the if error, then bracket. So it will give value. So if error is to return, if there is no error, it will return the value of the if function. And then if there is an error, it will return a value that we are going to specify. So you come to the end of the if function and then put comma. Then you see that the highlight went to the value if error. So the value if error, if it is a text, um, you put the quotation mark, and then what maybe I would say Nile. So maybe let me say Nile again. So that it doesn't return error. So it's enter. So when you hit enter, then you hold your fill handle and then fill the whole thing. So all the errors will be clear out to the end. Then you come back and you see null is here, but let me correct something. I don't want the brackets in the formula. I don't know why. So sorry. Okay. Then you drag it down. Drag it down, drag it down, drag it down, drag it down, drag it down to the end. Then enter. Then when you come, you can use your, you can check and see that the error figure came to the null. Then you do same for the other rows, but you now have to reference them. So I'll just hold this and drag it across. Yes. So when I hold it, definitely you see some errors here. So it's just better you hold it and drag it across. So when you drag it across, you now have to check the reference, the cell reference. So R is in which the basic of the R is in which you will now come and check in which. So it's found here, that's I. So you reference the column header as well. So meaning Here will still be the A3, which is the counter, equals to A2. So if that is true, then we now come to the calculation side, which is the access, the water access. So that will be I3 minus I2 I2. Then the denominator, which we are referencing the year. So the year, that one is still going to be B. It's still going to be B. And then here will be B. Then you hit enter. So it will give you a suggestion. You can check it. One thing you, because I've entered the full formula, one thing you could have done is that you could have anchored the the absolute, or use absolute and relative reference to anchor the column header, because we are repeating the same for the B and then the A. So you could have just done this and then pull it across. So if you want, we can still come back here and do it, and you see how it will do. So then A, then this one to the dollar sign, then A, dollar sign A, then we come to B, we put the dollar sign at the back of all the B's, then you hit enter. That doesn't change anything. So after that, you drop it down. It will not change any of your answers. It's not going to change any of our answers. So the answers will remain the same. So when it is like that, if you drag it across, it will keep those cells. You see, the first time when I didn't get answers, but now that I've dragged, the answers coming is because I've anchored in those row and those column column headers. So now you now look for what you want to change. So this one was I, so we change it to I. This is I, change it to I. And so then you come to that is even order, you hit enter. Then you go and then hold and drag, because my error has been taken care of because I include it with the error. So it's just a matter of including your if statement with the error. Write the if statement first. Then after that, you include it with the error statement and state the value that you wanted to return if it is error. If there is no error, it will return the answer of your if function. Okay. All right. So this place is done. Then this place too, you change. So you come and check the reference of the urban. So urban, the basic urban is M. So you just change the G3 to M3, and then the G2 to M2, then hit enter. So you see it has given you null and suggestion. So you just check here, and then your values are showing. So um, so we go back to the instruction ALX is giving. So after that, you move to slide 18. Okay, investigating annual rate. Also, they have even given the formulas in the instruction. So if you get there, you see it. They have given some guidelines. That table in the instruction will help you to understand. The in page 15. That's in page 15. So we move to page 16. Why do we offset error value? So now they are coming to talk of the error value. This is what I've already corrected. If you remove remove the error, the if error statement here, it will give you errors for those figures that have errors. But for now, I have already cleared the error before we even got there. So you enclose it with the error statement. So now the instruction they are giving calculate the average, minimum, and maximum for each of the ARC value for access to basic service level for each of the three population group. So so you come to your summary sheet. So you are calculating for the average. So let me say this one ARC dash and that's the national. Then so these are the what will I even say the three population groups. So let me just say population groups. So then I'll put here ARC underscore R. Then here ARC underscore U. So then I'll now have here the average, the minimum, and then the maximum. So average, you put your equals to, and use your inbuilt average function. Average, sorry. So you select it, then you come to your data, then you select this place from the first to the last. So after that, you hit enter. Then, as I always say, you can drag it down, but if it is confusing you, don't drag it. Come and then enter your formula again. Average. Then you come back and select your data for that particular column. And the ARCR column. So down, down, down to the end. Then hit enter. Then so that's what I say. So you can do that and get your answer. But me, I will just drag it down and then complete my and also raw data. And here you using if. So here how you normally do it when you now come, you go back and check your here you using T. So you reference all in T and then use the same numbering as you use for the others. So this will be T2, T2, then T, then T463. When you enter. I hope I didn't reference this thing wrong. Okay. So data T2 to T is okay 1 point. There's a problem with my formula here, and I'm trying to figure out. So that's what I'm saying. If you drag and it's giving you issues, clear it and then use your formula. So average data. Then you come back to the very beginning, select all of them to the end. Then hit enter. Okay. So it's actually causing this problem. Because like this. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what is causing the issue. So you see what I'm saying. So at the moment you make a mistake, it will cost you a lot. You see here I'm using M22. Just check this formula. You see that there's M22 here. So that is what is causing the difference in the answer. So you have to always diagnose your thing very well. The moment I change it and I drag it down, you see that my answer has even changed. So you have to diagnose it very well. Make sure that you checked the formula right. So the moment I do that and I come back, you see my answer it has come. Okay. So we move to the minimum. So enter minimum. Then okay, hit this. So you change the formula. So the minimum of n is reference. So let me check the reference here. It's R2. So that's the R column. So that's the R column. So you change the B to R, B2. This thing is misbehaving. R2, sorry, to R3, to R463. And you hit enter. You drag it down. So here it was, don't worry, you can always refer back. So this one was in the other one was S, so RST. So RST. So here will be T, the here will be S, sorry, S2, S4, sorry, hit enter. And here to RST, so this will be T. Change this to 3, then T2. So let me check what I have. I think there's a problem with my phone here. So let me go back and then figure out what the issue is. So that's what I'm saying. If it is causing you much, delete it. Enter the formula straight, minimum. Then you go and then select the particular data set you are handling. So that's this, so minimum of this. And hit enter. So you see now it is giving me the input information. So minimum, then we come back, select it from the beginning, up to the data set and hit enter. Then we come to the last one, minimum, tap, come to raw data, then I select from the beginning up to the end. Up to the end. And hit enter. Then it's also beginning with this, so equals to maximum. So enter your thing direct. I don't want your formula. Give me peace. So you come and then select your data. So that will be the first one on R. Selected R 63 463. Then um, we'll do the same thing for the max. Let's just set for max. Come and select your data. I don't want trouble. So come and select your data. I don't want trouble. So you select it. Select it and then change this one to 3. Don't suggest for me. I can enter. I don't want your my lines. But you come and select to the very end. Then you have this. Then I put it in border. Then when I'm referring to my already result, so you see you check the figures there, they are almost the same with what is over there. So, so after that, we have finished with one aspect of it. So we um, move to the next line of action in your sheet. So 17. So the 17 is we observe that the annual rate value is higher than that of the urban and national population. What does this tell us about rural versus urban and national access? It is easy to jump to the conclusion that the average rural access has increased more significantly per year than urban access because the average ARC value is higher. However, we have not considered observation where access is already 100. So 100 will return you 0, and 100 will return you 0 because 100 minus 100 will give you 0, and then it will um, make the ratio of the ARC 0. So that would not mean that that is it is the lesser or this thing. So considering, so we move to slide 18. So in other words, a lower ARC average does not necessarily indicate less progress in changing access to basic water service because it takes into account countries that already have zero access and 100% access. So calculate the number of countries area per area that have full access and annual rate of change equal to 0 and smaller than 0. So 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 um so we see the instructions that they will give for that. And so in the summary, see calculate the number of countries that have missing ARC values. That is the number of null occurrence in each of the columns. AR, ARCN and then ARCR and ARCU. So now, we are going to calculate the number of countries now. So we are going to use the count if formula. So let me take this. So now will not mean full access. Yes. So calculate the number of countries per area. um, that have full access, an annual rate of change equal to zero, smaller than zero, and greater than zero. So I copied this section. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is the table that we use to do the calculation. So we create a table like this. So then we have equals to zero, and less than zero, greater than zero, and then equals to null or error. So the first thing the ask us to do is to calculate these particular figures. So here we are going to use the count if formula. So count if, the count if, not the count if. So you go and select the range and then give the criteria. So okay, you go and select the range. So is this range. So is this range. So I'll hold it up to the end. This is where I'm counting the null values from, up to the end. Then comma, return to my sheet. So what is the criteria? The criteria is, so you enter the quotations sign, then now, so equals to now, then you close it, then you hit enter. So it's 2. So I just hold it and drag it down, then I'll apply the changes to the formulas. So it's RST, so here will be S, maybe S2, and then S4, 6, 3, and then here to is RST, so here will be T, so T2, then T463. So we have 50. So guys, I'm coming to show you the, I'm coming to show you the MCQs. So make sure you go through the content after you have answered the questions. So, and then also make sure to subscribe to my channel if it helps you. But I will encourage you, don't answer only the questions and go away. When you answer, try and then push through the project. Thank you. So these are the questions. These are the answers to the questions. This is what I answered. Then I got a pass mark. Yeah, I can even see an excellent mark. So if you also use this answer, you get an excellent mark. But make sure you go through the content, go through the project, do it. Do it, oh, do it. Do it. If not, you are not helping yourself. This one I'm doing, I'm not helping you. Don't think that I'm helping you. I'm not helping you. I'm not helping you by giving you the answers. So go and then do the project. Because we are in it to learn and then take something away at the end of the day. So if you only pass and then you took, or if you only pass and then you get away with nothing, then I don't see the essence of passing. So try and then do it. It wasn't easy for me. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we are 50, and then we will definitely come back to the other variable, but let's continue reading and following their instructions. You have to follow the instructions. If you don't, you get confused at some point. So, in the summary sheet, calculate the number of countries that have missing a reservoir. That is the number of null occurrence in each of the columns. So that is what I've just done. In the summary sheet, also calculate the number of countries that have full access across both years. That is the number of countries where access is 100% for both years reported. So you come here. Let me put full access here. Full access. Okay. I can just rerun this. Copy this one. Paste it. Paste it here. X. This. X. This. Then I enter the other one into bracket. I'm putting bracket. If not, it'll think that it's the formula I'm entering. So less than 0. Okay. So the full access, and then you follow the instruction on the guides. So here we are going to use if, also the if formula, because we have to deal with two things. One has to be if this is equals to this, then, and this is equals to this, and then you now have to count the count if. So how, as in the previous part of the project, we have access to basic entries that are greater than this. Create 3 new columns in the original data sheet. Call this rounded. This rounded that are original access to basic water access. So rounded to 0 decimal places. So considering that we have, so that's 20. So create a new column. So we now create, we go back and create, we will come to the full access calculation, but there are still other instructions. So you come back to your data and create these variables. Check in your instruction and then you see them. So we have ARCN full. So I'll come and then put it here. So paste it, bracket, and then just edit. So I'll use the fill handle and bracket and edit. So this place will be R. Then this one will be U. Okay. So now they are telling us to run to we are going to enter this that both. So in the original data sheet, that determine if the country names are the same and that both what rounded to these futures for that country are greater than for both years. Return full asset if it is true. So the syntax the syntax is given as sorry, I don't one of the steps. So let me insert column to the left, insert column to the left, insert column to the left. That's three variables. So let me do the rounded first. So I'll do this rounded, and then like this. This rounded, and the national rounded, and into bracket rounded. This is supposed to be national. Okay, then let me drag and then make the other few adjustments. So here will be R, and then here will be U. You can open your column header so that you can see it well. Okay, rounded. So create new tray columns in the original data set, call this rounded, that are the original access to basic water service column. This the rounded to 0 decimal places. So this one, you just enter the round equals to the rounds formula. Then you come and then select this. Then you leave the other side empty. So when you do it, you give you the value. So you mark them. So you do the same for this one. Equals to round. You come to the error issue. So round, then you come to R, basic R. So you also give a suggestion, but you see plenty errors here. So then we come to the urban. So equals to urban, which is this one. Very sorry. Round. Hit stop. Then you enter the figure. Then leave the number of decimal places to 0. So you it'll round it up to the whole number. So you mark. So now after that, we move forward and see what is next. So create a new column. So now that we will come to the full aspects place. So okay, let me check something from the guide. So rounded. So I'll check and then I'll put an arrow that will clear away all these errors that so use the if error statement. So you just enclose each of the formula with the if error statement. So if error and bracket. So if error If no error, it will return this value. It will return this value. If there's an error, then it should return now. Now, when you hit enter, then here too you do the same thing. You enclose it with the error statement. If error close, then what happened? If error return, if no error, return the value. If there's error, value if error. So I want to put it now. Sorry. Enter. You see our values are not changing. 87. When we finish, we still get the 87 because it's not an error. So if error, then comma, then value if error. So value if error. So now, and you enter. So you see our value are not changed. So you highlight this way first, and then use your fill handle to fill all of them up to the end. So all the error values will all change to now. Okay. So you see the way the data is not, you see it was confusing. I thought here was empty. So you have to align your data well so that you know that there's no empty cell. So use this one and just align them all to the right. So this is very important. So confirm. Yeah, so that is here. So that is it here. So you have now. So So after that, they are now saying that create a new column called the ARC and 4. So that is what I've already inserted here. I've already inserted those column headers. So in the original C, that determine if the country names are the same and that both what's rounded future for that country are greater than 99 for both years. Return full access if it is true. I hope so equals to. We use the if function because you are going to enter a number of argument or logical statement before you'll be able to arrive at the answer. So we use the if statement, which can give us multiple things. So if first condition. So the first condition is country names being the same. So there will be A3 equals to A2, comma. Then the second condition will be when the water basis roundabout, if it is so, that's this one. So that's if U3 is equals to, no, is greater than 99, Also, you just do it if it is greater than 99, so that means that's 100. So if this is equals to 100, comma, and then also u2 is also equals to 100, comma, that both this and this running features for that country are this for both years return full access. So, comma, what do you want is to return? So return full access. Return full access. We hit enter. So we see that giving some true, some false, some full access. I don't know. Okay. So I'm trying to spell my formula. So some errors issue. Errors are plenty. And I have full access, and some are also true. I should confirm from another site. Yeah, I was also having false or full access. I don't know why I'm having true for other things here. Let me see if I can figure it out. Okay. So you get to know why we are having those things. So I tell you, if you are dragging down the formulas, you have to be careful. So in this case, okay, U4. You have to enter it. The condition here have to also look like the condition here. I don't know if you are getting me well. So the condition here has to look like this condition. So even though we're using the if, we're using the if function, we want to ensure that we have and then other okay, let me go back to here. Okay, so we have to use the end. So in the instruction, you see that there was an end. If you don't use the end statement, meaning it will not give the right answers. Okay. So I already struggled the hell out of it, so I don't need to struggle again here. So allow me to refer to this and then help you out. So yeah, you close this place. Close the bracket. So the moment there's an issue, you get seen there's a problem. What is the problem? What is the problem? Okay, then it's not more the if statement, it's the if and statement that we have to use. So if you check here, this is how I designed it. So in the if and statement, so it's really stated here if and the country name and the same is, so we use the if and statement here. So after that you drag it down. So here is not like that. So we see full asset, and then false, false, false. So those that are not there, they will all be false, false. So you repeat the same, you see the same thing for these areas. By then, the cell reference is going to be what? A. So here will be A. So you change it to A. Change this to A, and then V. It's actually V. We are dealing with YAP, then full access. So it will give you suggestion, you mark it, then you come to this one. We are dealing with still A3, then A2, then it is W we are dealing with. So if we are dealing with W, okay, full access. So it also give you suggestion. Sorry. Let me check my formula here because I'm not very convinced. So it should be W3, W2. So you see, I type kill. So if we make a mistake small, it will give wrong this one. So then I'll drag it down. Then you see that it's no more false for everything. Okay. So brown. So you see that now you have full access appearing. So we have done with this aspect of it. So let's see the instruction ALX is giving us here. So create two more columns. Okay, so that is what I've just done here. Then slide 21. In the summary C, calculate the number of countries that have full access per population. The number of full access occurring in each of the newly created columns. And that's the ARCN full, ARCR full, and then ARCU full. So say in the summary sheet. So I copy this, put it down here, and just add the underscore 4. Sorry. 4 underscore 4. So calculate the number of countries that have ARC value equals to 0 that don't already have full access for each of the population types. This calculate the number. Okay. So. Okay, so this, then I will calculate for the full access. So let me name here full access. Let me bring this one down here. Let me insert a row. Okay, then I can bring the full access down here. Full access, okay. So full access goes to count if. So I will now go to this column and then select the range and then select the criteria. So count if the first one is this one, then drag it down. Drag it. And then criteria will be on full access. Close bracket, hit enter. You have 62 for the national, then you drag it down and then edit them. So that place to, let me go and see, it was XYZ. So XYZ. So this one will now be Y. Then this will be Y. Oh, sorry. This will be X. Wasn't taking them. So this will be now, this will now be Y2. Y2. Y465. Then this will be Z. Z2. Then Z463. Hit enter. So 62, 29, and then 55. Let me check to be sure.